there again guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you're wondering why I am looking a bit strange, it is once again a foundation review. Now this is the Nars long wear foundation. I know this has been out a while, but I asked for this for my, is it my birthday? Yes, my birthday. My husband got me this, so I am going to try it out today and see what I think of it. So we're just going to jump straight into it. So I'm going to prime it with this Primark Prep and Perfect Moisturising Primer because I am very dry at the moment and this just feels so nice on the skin. So we're just going to give that a little rub in. If you're wanting to know how I created this very yellow, very springtime look, that video is probably going to be up before this one, so I will link it down below. And I've just been reviewing the Colourpop Honey eyeshadow palette that I got for Christmas, and I'm absolutely loving it. So we'll see if the eyeshadow is still intact after I have done my foundation and it's not sunk into any lines or anything. So if you want to check that out, then I will link that down below. So primer is on. I always prime because I just love it and it just makes me feel sort of fresh, and I love the smell of this primer as well. It's like cucumbers a little bit. It's hard to describe. So the foundation, I haven't really watched any reviews on this. I just know it's a very popular foundation. So let's take this out. You just need to give it a shake before you use it. And this is bottle right here. Loving it. And I got the shade Light 2 Mont Blanc. It is a natural radiant long wear foundation. So let's see. I haven't got any real blemishes to cover up at the moment. I've got one coming through there, like a hormonal spot, but I'm not gonna cover that up. I'm gonna see what the foundation can do first. So I'll give this a shake. So I'm gonna do one really, because they were little ones. So that's two. Let's see what 2 pumps can do. So I'm going to take this on my Peaches PC01 foundation brush and I'm just going to brush that all over my face. So, you know, kind of loving that right now. Look at that. I'll just get that all in there. And I'm just going to blend this in later, obviously. So this colour's it's quite a good match at the moment. I thought it might have been a little bit darker. Obviously I do go for a paler shade because I am pale, but with it coming up to spring and summer, I always kind of go a little bit darker, but I can mix it in with something else to deepen it up because I do kind of mix my foundations quite a lot to get the right colour. So I think we're covered there. I'm loving the colour though, I'm loving the coverage. It does feel quite natural, but it has given me a very good coverage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm just going to buff that in using like patting motions rather than scrubbing in, because that'll just take the product off. If anyone can hear hammering, the sun is out and everybody has decided to do their garden today. I don't know what they're hammering at because they're just in the front garden, but we'll see. Get the ears there. So I don't generally tend to cover my ears. I generally tend to go in with like the little bit of excess because my ears are always really red, so it looks kind of strange when I cover them up. Somebody else have red ears. Okay, so that coverage looks so good. Look, let's zoom you in. Look at that. That looks really nice. So I'm going to go in with some concealer and we're going to see how the other products perform on top of it. But right now I'm kind of loving it. I'm really loving it. I recently tried the Charlotte Tilbury foundation and I do kind of like this a bit more, I've got to be honest. So I think I'm going to go in with this like gold jelly liquid highlighter. I'm going to do this first because I'm probably going to use mainly more powder products on top then. So I'm just going to, no I'm not, I'm Let me conceal first. What's wrong with me? Just completely missing out concealer. I'm going to conceal. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer, and I'm loving this concealer at the moment. It's quite thick, and I just kind of do one eye at a time with it, and I don't use a lot. And then I just kind of buff that in with patting motions. This concealer is quite a yellowy colour compared to the foundation, but we'll make it work, as we always do. So I'm just blending that into the foundation, and it's blended in really, really well. It did look a bit yellow at first, but the colours are working really, really well together. The concealer looked a bit yellow, not the foundation. And I've got yellow eye look, but I don't want to have yellow skin. Oh my god, you know when you like swallow dry air and you just can't, all your eyes water and everything? Oh my god, that's happening. Okay, so let's do this other eye. Now that has finished. This foundation's just actually survived a tear rolling down my cheek, so, you know, that has proved that it can survive a little bit of crying. So just pat that concealer in. So that concealer's gone really well with the foundation, but obviously I don't put it directly on top of it. I always leave a little bit of a gap between the eye. I only put concealer under my eyes. I don't put foundation on and then put concealer on the top, because I find that it goes cakey on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit here. Ooh, that went a little bit awry. I'm going to do some down my nose, top lip and chin, and I'm going to pat that in. Let's see what that looks like. That is working well in with the foundation. I'm liking that. That's really giving me a nice highlighted look. Give that a little bit more of a patting. Make sure that concealer and that foundation are kind of blended together there, because I hate it when it looks like got like a line there of concealer. So back to the jelly highlighter. I can do this now. So I'm just gonna pat that into my cheekbone. This isn't like a really pigmented highlighter or anything like that. I just find it gives you like a really good base for your powder highlighter on top, and I just pat that in like that. That's going well on top. It's not dragging the foundation off or anything like that. I always kind of want to use like liquid products on top of foundations when I'm doing a little when I'm doing a review, not a little review, when I'm doing a review, a little about it, to see if like products can drag it off, and that is not, that is looking good as like a little highlighter base. This is the Monumental Makeup Revolution highlighter gelette. Now I got this free when I ordered some products, and it's not something I ever gravitate towards that much because it's not that pigmented, but it's good for testing things out on. Setting the face. Let's do that. So I'm going to set the face. I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to put that down, get some out, and I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution setting brush, powder brush, setting brush, powder brush, and I'm just going to pat that on the face. See, that is looking good. I mean, the foundation wasn't settling or anything anyway, but it's looking good. I'm liking that. Doesn't feel like it's dragging or anything. Yeah, it's not dragging or anything like that. I'm liking that. So I'm just going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution Bake and Finish baking powder, and I'm just going to ever so lightly just bake underneath those eyes there. Just very, very lightly though, I don't want to do a lot. So that is those. So while that is doing that, I'm going to take this MAC Medium Deep like bronzing powder, and I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzing. I'm going to take this on this makeup, it's not Makeup Revolution because I'm so used to saying Makeup Revolution, Real Techniques. It's actually a cheek brush, but it's so fluffy that I like it for bronzer. That is going really nice on top of that as well. I'm loving this foundation so far. It's not looking cakey or anything at all. It is quite an expensive foundation as well. I think it's like £33 £33 or £34, so it is pricey, which is why I asked for it as a present, which is what I always do. Anyone that's watched my other videos knows that I always ask for this type of thing as a present, just because it, you know, saves me buying it myself and it's what I like. So I'm just gonna bronze up those temples slightly as well. I think, yeah, that's not dragged, it's not dragging or anything. I'm just gonna wipe that bake off now. I'm loving this. I just feel like I look really flawless. I do in the camera anyway. I mean, even in real life, because I'm an imaginary person. It's looking good. Really, really good. Liking it. Is this going to be my new go-to foundation, because it feels light. It feels so light. When I tried the Charlotte Tilbury a couple of weeks ago, it felt a little bit heavy after a little bit, and the times I've tried it after that, it's felt a little bit heavier. And my husband did say it looked heavy, but this looks spot on. Okay, so I'm just going to take this Tarte Hamptons Weekend contour palette, and I'm going to use the contour colour out of that, and I'm just going to contour my face up a little bit. For that, I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush and just sweep just under those cheekbones. I love the smell of this. It actually smells a bit chocolatey. I do have to go quite light-handed with this, because it can run away with you. See that highlight coming through now? Oh yes, the highlight is coming through. And just make sure that's blended through and it's not really harsh. And I'm just gonna do a little bit on my forehead as well. Oh god, my roots are so desperate. Come on April, come on the 12th of April when we can get to the hairdressers. So blush. So I'm going to take this Peaches and Cream PC03 brush, and I'm just gonna do my blush with that. I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Blushing Hearts blusher. I do love this, it's got a little bit of glitter in it as well. I'm using this brush. This brush is a bronzing brush, but I'm using it because I washed my brushes earlier on today and then decided to film a video, so half of them are still wet. But it's working, it's getting there. I'm going to take that up onto my temple a little bit. Looking good. See the difference a bit of blusher makes? It makes such a difference. And I'm going to do a little bit of my nose bit. And I think I'm going to bronze my little nose. That's not a little nose. I'm going to bronze my nose with it a little bit as well. And I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to wipe that off a little bit of bronze, and then just sweep that down the sides as well. There we go, that looks like a bronzed nose now, doesn't it? Give that a little bit of a blend in. Okay, so powder highlights. I'm going to go in with an oldie but a goodie, my Mary Lou Manizer from the Balm. This is a lovely gold one, which I think is going to go amazing with this like goldy yellow eye look. And over the top of that gold, the jelly highlighter as well. So I'm just going to set my face. I'm going to go and do my lips, and then I'm going to be right back with my final thoughts on this foundation. So guys, this is the finished look right here. If you want to know what I've got on my lips, it is this Essence lip pencil that the name's worn off and I can't remember what it is, and the Vivid Matte Maybelline liquid lipstick in Nude Thrill. I'm like this trying to read these days, the eyes are so bad. But the foundation, I think it looks amazing. I really do. Out of the two that I've tried recently, the Charlotte Tilbury and this one, because I got them both for my birthday presents, I'm gravitating more towards this. I think the coverage is not quite as heavy. It doesn't feel as heavy. The coverage isn't maybe quite as good. Maybe I'll be able to do a comparison of the two, but it feels like it would still be a bulletproof foundation that would last all day without feeling heavy or cakey. And I think my skin looks amazing. I think it looks really good, better than I've seen it look for a while. The products went so well on top of it. Nothing dragged, nothing went like bitty or bobbly. It was so good. But yeah, out of this and the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm gravitating towards this one for the price point. They were both roughly the same price. I think they were both like £33–34. There may have been a pound in it either way, but yeah, this looks amazing. I'm so pleased with it. And again, if you want to know what products I used on my eyes or how I created this eye look, then check the video that I'll link down below, because the eye look will be up first. But it was the Colourpop Honey eyeshadow palette. But I'm loving this. I can't stop looking at myself. It's so good. Really liking it. Really liking it. This was so worth the money, and let's show you the brand. This was so worth the money and so worth the hype. So that is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. I have hit 200 subscribers, so let's keep growing and get some more subscribers, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!